Everybody. Hello, replay viewers. Hello, viewers that are watching right now. While a few people come in, I'm just going to be setting up so I can see comments and such. Let's see. We're going to be doing a fun one today. I'm excited. Alrighty, I think things are ready to go. While people are coming in, I do want to do a few things, just some things that I wanted to do with this particular board. Let's move some of this away. We're gonna bring this back in just a sec. Oops, and I just dropped all of it. It's okay. Life is okay. Alrighty, so I got this Couture board and I love it. I love the sturdiness of it. I love all of that. I want to make it white. So I don't know if they had a white version of it, but you know what? I just got this and it's not a big deal to actually change the color. So I was just like, you know what? I'll just change it. It's as easy as that. So I'm almost wondering if I could just use that. Let's see. Let's get some water on that. And make sure no, that's not gonna be enough. Also, make sure your brush is clean because I can tell mine is not. So I'm gonna get some little thing here. Clean that up. Keep that on the side. Hi, Karen. How are you? I haven't seen you in forever. How are you doing? Okay, so I'm gonna get a tiny bit. I can get some of the hard one because it's not gonna matter. I'm gonna thin it down. I'm just gonna put it right to there. I'm pretty good. I'm excited that it's Friday and I'm excited to be doing this live. I've been wanting to play with this for a while, but you know how life just gets in the way of crafty time, right? So all I'm doing, let me zoom you guys in just a little bit more. So all I'm doing is I just got some of that paste and I just watered it down to make it more of a painting consistency, a thin paint. Now, if you have the Tim Holtz glass mat, you can do that on that. You can do it anywhere, really. Any like sleek surface. So I'm gonna get that and I'm just gonna start painting it onto my thing. It's okay if you get it there because I'm about to do the inside too. Well, honestly, I wasn't planning on doing the inside, but now that it's done, why not? So just going to, and because this is washable paint, I guess, or it's chalk paint, Couture paste, really, I can wipe it off with water if I really did not like how this looked. But I'm pretty sure I am going to like it. So look how easy it is to do this. It's just fast, quick. I love a product when you can use it for multiple purposes. And I really feel like, at least the way I see Couture paste is you can use it in many ways, from painting with it to creating your projects with it. So I like that. So I'm all about like wherever I can save money or wherever I can use things multiple times just so it doesn't cost me more money, if that makes any sense. Thanks, Karen. And we are going for a distressed look, so, which is kind of nice because this is already distressed. So what you're doing here is it's okay if it's not a perfect coverage. Now, if you do want a perfect coverage, you can also get that just by doing thin layers. Exactly. Thank you. Thank you, Karen. I couldn't find those words for some reason. But yeah, get your money's worth of the out of the products you have. So I am a big proponent. Is that the word I'm looking for? You know, I feel like when it becomes Friday, your brain just shuts off and your words are gone. It's just, then you just, I don't know, you just become a different person. So, see, it's very rustic looking. I don't want it to be all perfect. I want it to be like this because, oops, I got my fingerprints on that. Now, I am going to bring my heat tool to this very, yes, exactly. Distress is so much more interesting. Exactly, exactly. I'm going to bring the heat tool and just kind of quickly just dry this. It's not going to take long because the paint is really not going to, I put such a light coat. It's really not, it would dry within a few minutes, but you know, I'm doing a live. So just give me 1 sec. It's going to be a little noisy for just a little sec. I didn't do a whole lot of that, just a little bit, just to kind of make it so when I'm touching it, it's not coming off on my hand. So yeah, so we have that done. Let's get some of my cleaning wipe and just clean this off so I don't get it all over the back. Let's see, where's my little cleaning towel? Just clean this off. Alrighty, let's see. Get back in my chair. So you know what? I believe, yeah, we're done with this white. That's all we needed. Wow. Isn't that awesome? Like how little we needed. So I'm just gonna put this back. Put the lid on it. Clean that off. Probably clean our brush too. I will probably do that later, but I'm just gonna wipe it off on this fuzzing cloth for now. Because why not? So I absolutely love this transfer. This is one of my favorites that I've been wanting to get for a while, and I've just kind of, whew, come on bug, go away. There's a little fly in here. So I've been wanting to get it for a while, but I didn't realize that it wasn't a big one, and I wanted a small one, but I thought it was a big one. So I didn't want to get it. Then I realized it's not a big one. I was like, yay, thank you. It's the perfect size for a decor piece. So I wanted this particular window box with this. I know, right, Karen? I love it. Karen said, I love that saying, and I love it too. It's awesome. So we're going to be working on this, and it is completely new, so we're going to have to fuzz it up a little bit. Tiny bit. Let's see. Get this out of the package. I love the smell of these transfers. It makes me happy. Like, it seriously makes me happy. It's so silly, isn't it? Alrighty, so when you get these transfers, they are very sticky. So you may want to fuzz it. Now you can use one of these fuzzing cloths that's from Couture, which I've clearly have used quite a bit. Or you can use just a cloth, and you kind of, not too much lint. You don't want to put too much lint. So any kind of microfiber cloth that you may have, and then it's not so tacky when you go to put it on, and it easily comes off. Now, one more thing, just in case you are completely new to Couture. Couture they have many different products, like Washable Paste, which is what I used to paint this, but we're also going to use it for this. They also have these stencils, which are not stencils. They are actually, let's see, screen printed stencils. So it's like a screen printing thing. So you can see, I have a hard time I don't think you can see it until I take it off, but you'll see it's little tiny like dots that are cut out into the stencil to make it a screen printed look. So when you do screen printing, it gives you precise, clear, perfect lines. So it is really nice. It's really fun. You could totally do this and make a stencil with your Cricut. You can totally make stencils with other products, or if you have a stencil already, you can use that. It's not going to be as good because these are, you know, made for each other. But if you have it and you want to play, go for it. I would never say no to that. So, oh, you know what? I keep forgetting to do this part. So, there's two sides to this transfer. There's this matte side, and then what's going to be, you know, behind this, which is going to be a more shiny side. So I'm going to go turn it back. Before I do anything else, I'm going to take and make sure I'm writing the right name. So this one is called Small Things. So I'm going to write Small and Things. So that's the name of this transfer. And so now I know that this backing goes to this specific transfer. So see, as you can see, let's see if I can tell. It's a silk screen. You can kind of see through my fingers, but it's kind of hazy because that's a silk screen on it. So take this off, and this is extremely tacky right now because it is new. So what we're going to want to do is just simply fuzz it up. So I'm just going to put it right on my cloth and just kind of rub it, and then whew, sometimes when it's new, it's like really difficult to take off. Then you just remove it, and you're always going to want to pull towards the ceiling. So, and usually not from a corner. You want to do it from like the top or the bottom, but not from like a corner. You don't want to do that because then it can ruin your transfer. Not ruin, but it can like disfigure it, kind of like have a more, it could stretch it. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. And today is a Friday, isn't it? I can see I got a little too much fuzz right there. It's actually because my fuzzing cloth isn't clean. I should wash it occasionally. I have a new one. I got two because I wanted one to be washing and one to be using. I know, crazy, right? I'm crazy. So I have to, for some reason, do it a few times because my stencils come really, really sticky. Well, I think most of them do, which is great because then you can actually use it and it sticks and it doesn't bleed. So I'm going to center this as well as I can. If you are a person who likes things to be perfectly straight, we do have some tape, Couture tape, that you can put and line it up. But usually I am very detail oriented like that. But when it comes to my art, I am not as much because I kind of want it to be a little bit more free with that. See, this is what I mean. So I want to, it wasn't perfect for me. So I'm gonna kind of, let's see, straighten it out more. You totally don't have to do this, but I'm a little crazy sometimes, so I'm gonna just make sure I have enough space. It's like matting a card. If you guys are card makers, you would know, like you want, when you're matting a card, you kind of want to make sure there's even space all around. Wow, this is like really giving me a hard time today. I don't want it even, apparently. Oops, not even enough. There you go. This may be it. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, Karen. Karen says, when it is perfect, it makes me wonder, was it handmade or manufactured? I'd rather it look handmade. And that is so true. That is so true. It's not going to be perfect because it's not made, it's not manufactured, you know, so it's not ever going to be perfect. If you make one thing, if I make this and then someone else wants this same saying with similar look and stuff, I'm going to have to say, you know what, it's handmade, so it's not going to be exactly perfect. My letters may be a little more, what is it, 1/20th center off or something, inches off or something like that, you know, so it's never going to be that kind of perfect. Although, what I'm doing right now, you guys are like, are you sure you're not trying to make it perfect? What are you trying to say, lady? But, um, you know, some days you want to make it line up a little bit better than other days. I have those days. Today is a day where I want to line up my stencil a little better. So, I think the most important part of, I like that. There you go. I did it. Okay. This is what I wanted. Okay. So the most important thing about chalk couture is you don't not want bubbles in where your silk screen is, because where there are bubbles, there are going to be chalk that's going to seep in between those bubbles, and then you're not going to get a clean transfer. Now, if that happens, there's always a way to clean it and fix it. But if you can avoid it, why not avoid it, right? So, as Karen says, if one wants perfect, they can go to Hobby Lobby and buy it already. To me, that's no fun. Absolutely, this is handmade. This is special. This is one of a kind. It's made specially for the recipient. I can't even talk today. What's wrong with me? I blame my braces. I blame my braces all the time. But anyway, so it's more special for that person receiving it because you made it specifically for them. There's not going to be another Do Small Things with Great Love with Charmine painting on it. No. There may be a similar one, but it's not going to be exactly the same. So I wanted this to be a decor piece in my office. And my office is pretty much white and this, like a tea. How are we now? Can everyone see me? Sometimes it does this. Is there a black screen or is the screen okay? Sorry guys, sometimes my internet just wants to be funky. I see that on my screen, on my iPad, I am showing okay. So I think I am okay, I think. Let's see. I think we are okay. Okay, so I'm gonna give, in case Karen is here, I'll let her say something. But while that's all catching up, I'm going to be mixing my peacock. Do I have a couture teal? I don't think I have the couture teal. No, but I have the peacock. We'll use a peacock. So one thing about this is the Chalkology paste. Is what it's called. It's washable paste. You can also make it permanent. So either way, it's okay. And it is it's a paste that kind of, it hardens when it's, let's say, dries, but you can always reconstitute it with water, which is awesome. So one thing I like about this is that, like right now, this is probably just a tiny bit too thick. Just a tiny bit too thick. Yeah, just a tiny bit. And I will show you how you know if it's too thick or not thick enough. So as you can see right now, let's go at an angle here. And I know for some of you this might be so repetitive, but I like to just say it just in case there are new viewers here that want to know more about chalk couture. But what it is right now it is kind of falling off my spoon, but it's like it's still struggling. So what you want to do, I have a little spray bottle of water, just any kind of spray bottle. This is Tim Holtz, but it doesn't have to be. And I'm going to literally put one spray. I'm going to put one full spray, and then I'm going to give that a good mix. Let's mix it up, mix it. That's what, you know I have kids because I talk like that. It's so funny. So, see how, okay, I hope this is kind of picking up on the camera, but see how it falls much easier now? It's just kind of falling. That's the consistency you want, like cake batter. Not like yogurt. I feel like there are some yogurt like this, but not too many. But as you can see, it should just fall off your spoon just nicely and consistently. All right. Let's see. Okay, so it's in a good place right now. So I'm just going to bring my project back, and I'm going to use one of their squeegees because I have it. You don't have to. You can use anything you have. I'm going to put a little tiny bit, and a little, literally a little bit goes a long way with chalk paste. So I'm going to take a tiny bit, put it, just a tiny bit, and just, this is the most fun part for me. It's like, if you guys frosted a cake, it's so soothing. I love doing that kind of stuff, so it's just fun stuff that I do. Okay, so it's gonna need a little bit more, but it's okay. So you can put extra because any extra you have is just gonna go right back into your container. So it really doesn't matter if you put a little extra. Really doesn't. Make sure you get all please. Let's see, this is so fun for me. I can do this for hours. I say this in every single video. I literally can do this for hours and hours because it's just so therapeutic. If only, right? We can just be chalk coutouring all day and all night. Okay, so there's that much that is. Okay, thank you, Karen. Thank you so much for letting me know that. So I'm just going to, I think I missed a little tiny spot there. Alrighty. And my favorite part is now, which is the reveal part. And I hope it's not as blurry as it's showing me on my screen, because that would not be fun for you guys to watch. But if it is, I will assure you when this video goes up, it will not be as blurry. I know it's sometimes it's just the nature of internet. Sometimes the blurry monster comes, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it's perfect, sometimes it's not. So I'm going to lift a little corner of it. Let's see, can I do that? Just to get it started. And then I'm going to move on over and just gently pull it back. And look how cool that is. Let's see, can you guys see that? Let's make sure the blurry monster is not too blurry. I'm sorry if it is. Look at how cool that looks. Like, I'm sorry if the blurry monster is there because I really would like you guys to see this coolness. It looks awesome. It literally looks so cool. I love it. I'm gonna put it up on the screen for a little bit and hold it just so you guys can see it. Isn't that the neatest thing? I love it. I love it. Okay, so you may be wondering, okay, Charmaine, you did all this cool stuff, so how do you clean this stuff? Very easy. So I'm gonna take some water. You can use any kind of water you have. I have the spray bottle, so why not, right? I'm gonna take some baby wipe. And I'm just gonna clean it. Just wipe that extra off. Now, can you do this over the sink? Absolutely, you can. I don't have a sink in my craft room, so I prefer to do it this way. But you can absolutely do it on the sink. Look at that. Here's another project. So let's see, let's clean this off. This is a Clorox wipe. This makes your stickiness come back on the back of your transfer. So if you have a Clorox wipe, you can just simply do exactly what I'm doing. You don't have to rub it. You just need to kind of, let's see, let me show you what I'm doing here. I'm just taking the Clorox wipe and just kind of, what is that called? Sweeping. Yeah, it's more of a sweeping motion that I'm doing. So when I am done with that, I'm going to bring my, and this is why my fuzzing cloth is dirty. I'm going to bring this back. In fact, let's put it back on this side, the dirtier side. And then I'm just gonna put it sticky side up. Take this Clorox wipe again and just simply do that sweeping motion once again. And look at that. It's all clean for you to put back. If you see like little spots, you can go ahead and clean it with the baby wipe or anything really at that point. But it is pretty clean for me to use again. So you can see all the screen is showing again. So let's put this off to the side. Let's bring our, let's see, this back. And let's put this back. And if you're like me, you try to match it up, but it never really completely works, but it works enough. Okay. Just put it right back on that. Looks like new. And then I always like to keep my little bags. You don't have to, but I just simply put it right back in. It's a little difficult. No, it's not difficult. It's just that like putting anything back into its original packaging, you kind of have to just wiggle it back and forth. And it goes in, just like that. And then I can just keep it right like this so I can use it again next time. Alrighty, and then I have this all ready for you to display. You do want to close these jars up. And what I like to do, which I haven't done, so let's put this to the side. This is awesome. I'll come back to it. It's great. What I keep forgetting to do is, let me sit down. I need to scrape these. See how much comes off? I want to scrape these off because we don't ever do that. And just make sure, that fly I was talking about, like literally went into this paste. Let's see. But you know what? I got it. So that's good. Yep, I got it. I got it. Yay. It's all gone. Okay, so just don't have flies in your room. See, I work in the back room, so sometimes when the office is left open, buggies come in. And I'm not a big fan of that. So, yeah, so I'm just gently just kind of, it kind of peels off. And I wouldn't have it crust like this if I had cleaned it before, but, you know, I'm learning. You know, the more you do something, the better you get at it. That's kind of how it is for me. So I'm just now learning this. Always make sure to just scrape the sides so you don't have to do this. And now I'm doing it every time I do a project. I make sure to do it. It's really not that difficult. It's actually kind of fun. That's why I'm doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing it. So it's all kind of off. And what I'm going to make sure I do is I'm going to mix it. Give it from all the corners. Give it a good mix. And then spray a little bit more. That was 3 pumps. And that's because I had all that hard on the lip of it. So it was all hard, so I had to put a little extra water. Just gonna give it a good mix until it is reconstituted. And that's what's cool about this. Like it literally just comes back to life. It's so cool. So I'm gonna do this, and now I'm gonna scrape it a little bit more, but the trick is now you just kind of scrape that lip and just put it right back in so that you don't get a whole bunch of hard again. So I do this, put that to the side. My hands are all messy. And before I close the lid, I'm going to put 1, 2 little bits of spray. And then I'm just going to close it, and that's it. And that's so, you know, naturally, if you don't close the lid completely airtight, sometimes it does not seal all the way, so it dries up a little bit. So that's just to prevent that. So you have that. And to clean any of your other products that you've used, same process. I just take my baby wipe or Clorox wipe, whatever you have that's wet, and just clean it off. Simple, simple. Let's do this one too. And my kids have been dying to do a project with these things, with Couture paste, and I am kind of selfish, I think, because I want to play with it. So I haven't given them an opportunity to do it, but I think I'm going to finally let them do it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm gonna bring it right back. Karen says it's so pretty. It turned out pretty. That's what she says. So I was saying thank you, Karen. So sweet. Let's clean that off. And once your mat is clean, and probably your hand too, if you really care. It will wash off, by the way. It will completely wash off, which is why I should let my kids use it, right? But I just wanted to play. But yeah, so I'll bring this back. Look how adorable this is. Like, I can't believe how cute it is. It is so, so cute. Oh, these little bugs, they're not even flies. They're those little, are they called gnats? I don't know what they're called, but they're those little tiny little things. Tiny creatures. But okay, so this is what it is, and I didn't do the sides. You could, but I didn't. It's completely dry, actually. My little, on my hand isn't even getting on it, so, but look, it's all dry. Look at that. So you can't rub it off, but if you would like to clean it off, you could with water and just kind of wipe it off. But it doesn't, with your hand, it does not come off. It's not like chalk where you rub it off. So that's kind of cool. That's really cool, actually. I love that about this. It is chalk. I guess the formula, I don't know if anyone's a science geek, and honestly, I'm not a science geek, but this just kind of makes me so excited about this product, is because they've done it so well that it is this, it's like chalk, so it erases like chalk, but it doesn't come off like chalk, like chalkboard on a chalkboard, and you can just rub it off. It doesn't come off like that. So it is this like crazy amazing formula that they've made, that they've created, that I just like geek over. I think it's so, so cool. And if you guys are crafters or card makers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When there's a product that's like really cool out there and you're like, oh my god, how did they come up with that formula? That's just so cool. It's like the best of both worlds. It's just so awesome. And that's how I feel about chalkology. So I just wanted to show you guys this project because I've been super excited about working on it. It's good that it comes back to life. You get exactly. Karen says that's good that it comes back to life. You get your money's worth, and I totally agree. It is so cool because that's, you don't want to spend a whole lot of money and not get what is it called, more bang for your buck. You know, you want to get more bang for your buck. So I really feel like this way you really do get a lot of bang for your buck. So it's really fun. It's really fun to work with, and it's just fun. It's a fun product. I've been enjoying it. So if you guys have any more questions about it, let me know. I will try my best to. I'm not an expert, but I will try my best to answer any questions you may have. And if I don't know the answers to your question, I will know exactly who to ask or who to refer you to find the answers to those questions. So I can do that. And if you guys have stuck with me this far, I am sorry about the blurry monster. The blurry monster kind of comes in and goes out, and it has a mind of its own. So I'm very sorry about that. But if you stuck this far, and I really appreciate it. Thank you for spending the time with me. Thank you for spending Friday with me. And for all my replay viewers, you know how much I love you guys. Thank you so much for spending time and watching my videos. I really appreciate it. If you guys like this video and want more of these videos, make sure to like the video so I know that I should do more of these videos. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe if you want to. If you want to see more videos, you know, it'll be nice. And if you hit that bell button, you know, this is like the basic like YouTube thing. You gotta say subscribe, like, and then hit that bell so you get notified. Oh look, it's rhymes. But anyway, before I just blabber on, I may come back after this video to do a card tutorial because I just feel like making a card. So I may come back and do that, but until then, I hope you guys have a great night, have a great Friday, have a great weekend, and I will see you all later. Bye-bye.